So we're going to have an interesting stream today, because today, in today's stream, we're going to go off the strip, and we're literally just going to go right behind the New York and the Excalibur, and that's where all of the you-know-what workers go, the lot lizards, the oldest profession in the world. I know it seems strange, but I mean, it should be noted that it exists over there, and I don't know if we'll see anything. I can't promise that, but I know that it's going to be interesting. I'm actually at the Pinball Hall of Fame. I have my camera obscuring my face. I noticed that, so there's lots of shade. Maybe I can, nope, there it is. And it's dead. There's nobody here yet. They don't open until what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that. And so we came in here to park, and they were really cool with me, and I actually had a conversation with Tim, and man, are they ever doing a lot of cool charity stuff. He said I'm okay to show you this place when it's completely shut down, not a single machine is going. He's going to defer being on camera today, so it's going to be an interesting video. We're going to have to get some walking in so we can get the traffic up, so by the time we actually get to that spot, there's going to be actual people watching the stream. So if you're one of the ones that got the notification, that means you're one of the ones that will watch. I'm not saying this in a mean way, anything I do, and that means that you don't mind this part of the stream. I also brought a camera with me today with a weird lens on it. What's up, Dave M? Sugar Butts here. I brought this. This is a weird one. This is a Sony A7 III, and I actually have a Canon lens on it with a bunch of adapters, and I've turned this into a close focusing cinema lens, but you can take photos with it too. And it's got a really wide aperture, and it's got a big old sexy, look at that beast. Look at that aperture close and open. I love that. So I don't know if I'll take any photos. It doesn't really matter, even if I don't. But we have some stuff we're doing, so let's get on with it. 95 people watching. It always blows me away how quickly people will pick up on the stream. Let's show you this place when it's not open, because it's easy to come in here and there's a bunch of little ankle biters running around and screaming and yelling, and also older folks like us. So this place is really subdued and chill right now. There's one thing here I'm not allowed to show you. That would be Tim. He just doesn't want to be on camera with this thing that he's doing today. And yeah, there it is. That's the stream today. I might bluff you. Let's bluff you. I don't know what that means. But anyways, welcome to the IRL in real life live stream of Vegas. And we're going to show you a little bit different stuff here in town this week. So let's share this with a few people actually. And as I just kind of show you this part right here, I'll move this over here. Hi from Marissa. Marissa identifies as a monkey. Well, everybody identifies as something these days, don't they? So let's send this to my man who's my mentor. And there you go. And let's send this to another person here who likes to watch. That would be young LA Raider. Let's send this to another person here. That would be my man, Wall Street Warlord. Let's send this to another person here. That would be, I guess that's it. Let's send it to my old man who's in the hospital recovering from surgery right now, so he can see it. And let's send this to my buddy who's a music producer out in Los Angeles. And there it is. All right, so we did our shares today, and we got 154 people watching as we get to look at the strip on a Sunday morning where it's super slow and super dead. And again, we're in the Pinball Hall of Fame. This is the Pinball Museum, but nothing is turned on right now because they're not even open yet. And I came down here to park, and I wanted to text my connection here. Her name is Beth, and she's amazing, but I forgot to do it last night, and so I did it this morning. But I was paranoid about getting my car towed because a lot of places in Vegas don't like, and I wouldn't blame them. Oh, look at this. They got these like Hydro Thunder, or these are Daytonas. Now, fun thing about Vegas is if you came here about 20, 30 years ago, what you would have seen would have been just massive amounts of these machines everywhere you looked. Every casino had these, and I remember, maybe I'm misremembering it, about 30 of these linked up. This is Daytona, USA. This is in great shape. And these seats move. I think they rock and roll back and forth. It's like virtual reality, but it's not reality. And this is the Pinball Hall of Fame with nothing turned on. All the games are shut down because it's early morning, and they literally flip a switch in the back and then boom, everything just fires up. I've seen it happen. It's very cool. We're gonna have to do a follow-up here. Where is, audio is real low. I don't know why the audio would be really low. Is anybody having a problem hearing me? Sometimes the audio will be low for you guys. and not for me, or not for others. So hopefully the audio is not terrible. I'm not the only, well, there's some workers in here. There's like a couple of volunteers. Tim Arnold, he's the owner. He's here right now. We're just going to be careful with our camera because he's doing some sensitive pinball specific stuff that I'm not allowed to show you. I don't think he's like, you know, one of the Masons like we saw the other day. Those guys were weird. Yeah, so some people, if you're having bad low audio, I just say refresh the stream. But this is what this looks like, all shut down. Kind of a weird, surreal experience. He's rigging the machines. Nah, he just, I mean, it's an industry thing, I think. So this is kind of weird. This is a 007 machine. It's brand new, 60th anniversary edition, but it doesn't have a digital display built in. They went with old school scoring on this one, but it does have a digital display built into the center. This place is, if you don't know, we're gonna get out of here in a few minutes, but this place is set up in different eras. So whereas you have all these brand new machines with huge 720p displays that are built in that show digital stuff, you know, over here you have these machines where they're as analog as they could possibly get. Yeah, sure, there's some electronics built into them, but everything is very much, you know, analog. Look, this even have bells in them. Before they had digital displays, they would put this kind of stuff in it. I should really go into my, so you guys can actually see better. Is there a Beatles machine? You know, there isn't. I don't know that the Beatles ever licensed themselves for pinball. They may have, but I've never seen a Beatles machine here, which is kind of weird if you think about it. Like casinos putting the old machines in the dark smoking areas. Yeah, and then they have a whole bunch of 1980s and 90s arcade games out here. So if you're a nostalgic person, you got to come in. There was a Vegas machine back in the day. This is older, from the 80s, because it has a very rudimentary digital display. And then in the 90s, they moved to these red and black or orange and black. But you can see the eras of pinball. And nowadays, of course, like 720p and all this. They have giant HD displays on them. So fun to watch, fun to see all the history here. Place really is a museum. It really is a museum of fun stuff. The games are anywhere between 50 cents to $1 to play. And you can come in and just play with quarters. You don't have to load up a card, you know, and your quarters are good outside of this place. So it's like the same thing, right? You just get your coins, put them in the machines. And this place has been doing so much. Eddie says there's a newer Beatles game. So there's a whole section in here with a whole bunch of new stuff. Let me show you what the new stuff looks like, and maybe they'll get a Beatles one here at some point. They're advertising the Foo Fighters pinball right now. That's their advertisement. There's 2 Foo Fighters pinball machines, but these are the new ones, like Star Wars, Iron Maiden, a lot of licensing, Jurassic Park, Star Trek, Ghostbusters. This was older. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Some of these are newer, but they look older, like Kiss, Deadpool over here. This is really neat. If you're coming down, you can get here quite easily. It's not all that hard to get here. You just walk south on the strip and you'll end up right here. This is all the new stuff. You can see what's popular. I mean, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 Jaws machines, but they're revisions. These are slightly different. If you look at the shark here, Venom. They have 2 Venom machines. These look like they're identical inside, but they're not. There's a rail over here that connects this up. This one here doesn't have a rail. And then you have 2 Foo Fighters machines, and these are slightly different revisions of the Foo Fighters machines. They're actually advertising these on the marquee. But let's get going outside. That's enough for the Pinball Hall of Fame. Come down and support them. They're a 501c3 registered charity. We covered this on our channel years ago during COVID. We managed to find a donor who is kind of like an amazing, I can't tell you who it is, but I'm going to tell him what these guys have been doing. He donated $79,000. The rest of you guys collectively donated about $9,000, and now this place still exists. They've been doing a ton of charity stuff. They've been helping the Salvation Army. They built an entire home for them, for people who are transitioning from drugs and alcohol and rehabbing themselves. They bought a vehicle so people could get around Vegas without having to get in the buses if they're in that system. they've been doing all this stuff, and they donated $1.2 million to charity out here in the last year. Crazy, right? Crazy. So we're gonna get down this way, go over to the Tropicana, and let's go. Love to see them all on. Yes. Well, we'll come back this way if you're here later on in the stream. It'll be fired up. There'll be a bunch of people in there, and yeah, very nice. I came down here, there wasn't a single car except for Tim's out here. And then I asked a gentleman named Mike. I was like, I explained the situation. He's like, oh yeah, you can park here. And then Tim wanted to talk with me, and he explained to me all the charity stuff they're doing. It's pretty cool. Good morning, everybody in the chat. What's up, Vegas to Cali? There you go. There you go. Ha ha ha. Dun 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 dun. What's up, Ivor? Ivor Early. Ivor Early. I'm trying to think if that's a thing. Trying to think if that's a thing. Look at the sign. It doesn't get more old school cool than that. So, if you're just joining us, today we're walking north on the southwest part of the strip. The Vegas sign is just over here. We're gonna go take a look there. Then we're gonna go west on Tropicana. Now that's where the you-know-what workers tend to go. And that's also where they're doing a ton of construction on the Las Vegas strip / Tropicana Avenue interchange that brings people north-south on the 15. So that's gonna be hard to navigate. I think we can still walk over it. If we can't, then I'm in big trouble, because then there's no stream here that shows you that area, but I'm sure we can. Have you even gone to the roof of the Polo Towers? I have not been up there. You know, I guess that's gonna have to be something I do someday, but I think they have a pool up there, and I think you have to be a timeshare owner to get up there. Matthew says, go to LA. Andrew is from Wales, where everybody is Welsh. They have their own language. You may not know that. Welsh is a language. And there's a movie called How Green Was My Valley, and it's about mining. That movie's about 70 years old, if not older. Nobody probably knows that movie because it's a very old Welsh movie. And I don't remember much of it, but it's about a mining town or something in Wales. Anyways, Tobin Beck, Deb V, there you go. From Ireland, Ivor's here. Big fan of yours since you kept us all in company during COVID in Vegas. And I bought the wife masks. Whoa! You shipped those masks all the way to the land of emeralds? That's crazy. Thank you. Appreciate you. So we're gonna go to the Vegas sign. Then I'm gonna plop on the other side of the road because I don't usually walk it from that side. And then we're gonna go all the way down to Trop, turn west on Trop, and check out where the lot lizards hang. They used to have more of them there, I think, because they had the Wild Wild West. But there's still, I think, semi-truck parking there. Lot lizards, working girls, oldest profession in the world, you know. We got that blue sky out here. We certainly do. Absolutely. It's weird because last week on this stream, it was warm, man. I mean, it was like 93 degrees as a high. Today our high is only getting up to 80. We had some wind come through. Vegas in the springtime can be hit or miss, so if you're coming here, word to the wise, be sure to check your weather forecast. So, earlier before I left the house today, I lit up a Patreon video. It's gonna be one of my longest video edits I've done. I'm not even halfway done, and it's about 8 minutes long, but I put that on Patreon and on channel members. So it's a work in progress of a video on tips and tricks in the iceberg of staying safe in Vegas. It's edited, and if anybody's seen it, let me know. Sweden is here. I got Mr. Henriksen. So I know it's so great that I get all these folks tuning into my channel from different time zones when we start early in the morning. I mean, in Sweden, what is it?
10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon in Sweden, in the evening. Same in the UK, same in Ireland, same in Wales, same in Scotland. I don't think I have any Scots here. Come on, Scots. You know, you got the United Kingdom of England, Ireland, Wales, and Scotland. But I don't have any Scots representing? Come on. So we got the Vegas sign right here. Let's go check that out. We got the Deuce. And already the lineup for the Vegas sign is pretty good. Right, this here from Dublin. What's wrong with all the Scots? They don't like me no more. Actually, I thought Ireland was part of... Don't you all got like an Ireland part that's part of the UK and the other Ireland is not part of the UK? It's really loud. Here's why. All the gazillionaires have their jets here. So... this is the runway here where all the jets are. Wow, lots of noise down here on the strip. Technically, we're not on the strip. We're on just Las Vegas Boulevard, but that's okay too. What's up, Kool-Aid man? Let's go across. I don't recommend you ever cut this street. Wait for that walk sign to go because this is a fast one. People drive above 10 miles faster than they should on Las Vegas Boulevard down here because it's a straight line. Ooh, the Vegas sign. Sometimes, so if you ever want to know where these jets are going, you can look at the tail numbers and then type in tail number search. The Federal Aviation Administration feeds that data out to third-party websites. So you can know who these jets belong to in a lot of cases because they're registered to entities and corporations. However, these jets don't have any logos on them. In the past, I've seen logos for sports teams, you know, football teams, hockey teams, especially obviously when there's a big football or hockey event happening here. We got the Welcome to Vegas sign. I got water in my bag. Is Bali High Golf Course open? It certainly is. The sign is very old and very historic. I was reading about this sign the other day. The woman who made the sign wasn't a professional graphic designer, but she wanted something that would welcome people to the city from California who are coming in, and she did a good job. Everything about this sign is perfectly timed out, and it's all LEDs now. I don't know, actually, that could be wrong. The circles around welcome could indeed be old school neon. So the circles over the welcome letters represent coins that people would put into the slot machines themselves. It's got that 50s vibe. What you don't see a lot of the time is the back of the sign. And the back of the sign bids farewell to the California drivers. It says, drive carefully, please come back soon. Vegas needs to get a sports team someday. Mission accomplished, man. Mission accomplished. All these families out here. Very cool. I got absolutely screamed at the same intersection by a cop for jaywalking. I was 18 inches out of the crosswalk. Well, were you walking against the sign, I guess, is the only question I'd ask you. Was it a don't walk sign? It's strange that they would scream at you. So this guy here, this is in the purple. It says, what happens here only happens here. Follow me on TikTok. 1 million followers. I don't know for certain, but he may be offering to take your photo for tips. You don't have to pay him. He is not an official Vegas person. He doesn't actually exist in an official capacity down here. But if you need somebody to take your photo in front of the Vegas sign, maybe you throw him a few bucks. I don't know. It's up to you. Would you go on the Maverick ride? Sure, maybe, but there's another company that's a lot smaller, family run, called 5 Star. I'd probably support 5 Star helicopters. Up until about 10 years ago, there was no parking here, so it was very difficult to come in and see the Vegas sign. But now it's a lot easier to see the Vegas sign because you can actually park proper. It's so weird. I just bumped into this dude, Mr. I'm not even gonna say his name. It's that gentleman right there that you see walking right there. Him. I know him from back in the timeshare days, and I'm not gonna show you his face or anything. I got no comment, but he keeps popping into the stream, in the middle of the stream, when I'm doing the stream. So remember I told you not to jaywalk? I'm not gonna do it, but you might even be tempted right here where there's nothing. But then, you know, you could, if you're a local like me, I could get a jaywalking ticket. I don't want to deal with it. Are cops gonna give you a jaywalking ticket? Most likely not, you know. But then, man, who takes the pick owns the rights to your pick, and he can keep it and use it. Tamara, that's an interesting one. I'm not really sure how that works. I mean, if he's using your camera, does he own the pick? I wouldn't say. I'd say that there's a whole lot of interesting thoughts that can come out of that. If he doesn't use his own equipment, how can he possibly own the photo? You know what I'm saying? He's my version of the G-Man who says, just keeps following me, man. No, it's just a sheer coincidence. Vegas is not a very big city. So down here, you got some of the most expensive billboards in town, obviously, because it's such high traffic, and the Interstate 15 has some expensive billboards. This is Bali High Golf Course right here. So the whole thing, we can see the entrance up here. There is a police outpost down here. I think it's police, it's not fire. What am I doing with my life? I really need to get across the street, but I want to be a good example for y'all. He doesn't use his own camera, I know, but you make a good point, yeah. No, he's just like, hey man, you need your photo? Give me your phone, I'll take your picture. That's kind of what that is. And it's good, you know, because he is actually giving people, as I'm looking here right now, like just, you know, very objective about it. He's giving people some hints and tips about how to pose and stuff like that. And a lot of people, they really do need to take good photos. You'd be surprised. So it's good to have somebody who tells you, you know, put your arm up, point to the sign, and you know, smile, open your eyes. What's wrong with you? Don't be so ugly. Okay, you, fat one, you move that way. No, out of the photo frame. No, come on, man. Everybody's beautiful. All right, let's get rolling here. So the biggest project down here has not been anything except for the fact that they built these giant flood channels, and now people can live in them, I suppose. Let's see. And these don't have any gates on them. Oh, there's a cat. Kitten, what are you doing here, sweetie? Oh, wow. There's a cat in the flood channels. What are you doing, girl? All right, don't worry. There's a fence between us. I'm not. So you know, it's weird to me. It's kind of strange because I'm saying if you don't want people to live in those tunnels, and you can actually see a shopping cart in there, I guess the hint of the day is to put giant grates on those tunnels. But I think if they put giant grates on the tunnels, then debris can't flow out and get into the water system where it gets filtered out. So we have a commercial oven or something down here. So strange. And yeah, before you ask, no, I'm not going in the tunnels. Nope. I know I have 1 million views, but it's not safe when I do it by myself. I'm being shared on the Mighty Bull Facebook page. Are you sharing my stream? Are you restreaming me? That's cool. Hi, Mighty Bull. Another certain YouTuber said yesterday on his live stream that Mandalay Bay is 50 years old. It is 25 years old. Absolutely, it's... Who said that? I don't care. Say it in here. Say it in the chats. Unless it's not true. Why don't you say in the chats who said that? For real. For real. Say in the chats who actually said that. Mandalay Bay is now 50 years old. The Hacienda before it, you know, maybe not even 50 years old. It could have been built in the 60s. What a strange one. What a strange thing to say. But anyway, we get to see this side because I don't usually walk down this side. And how can they guarantee the tunnels are human-free before putting the grates on? That's a good point. I never thought of it that way. That's a scary one too. You're right. Yeah, you could like lock somebody in. That's weird. That cat's just like, hey man, I came out to hunt some mice, dude. I walked to the airport once. I did walk to the airport once. I went all the way down to McCarran, Harry to Reed now. You get good signal at the airport. That's cool. Hello. So we got a golf club here, Bally High. A lot of people thought when they were building the Raiders stadium before they had the land picked that this would be one of the spots. I thought this was a cop shop. It's not. This is the fire station down here. But the cop shop, I don't know if that's a Canadian term. My mom used to say it. That is up on the other side here. Bally High Golf Course. Lots of golf courses in Vegas, man. I want to know who said that the Mandalay Bay is 50 years old. Grab yourself a Pee-wee style bike and ride through the tunnel. Who said something racial? I don't think anybody said anything racial. I don't know. T1000 down there. I don't know, guys. Try to keep the racial stuff down to a low roar. You might get banned. We only have a few ban hammers. The ban hammer over racism or anti-Semitism or anti-Christianity or anti-Muslim or anti-race. Yeah. Sexism. Yeah. Everything was built in the 70s. Nah. In Tropicana, they're built back in the 60s. Flamingo was built in the 40s. So lots of stuff built in different eras around the strip here, man. It'll be a good day today. Seeley's Bar and Restaurant. You know, we've been driving past this sign 20 years, never went in. Never thought. I bet you it's good. It's Bally High Golf Course. So yeah, I don't know if it's private, members only, if y'all can book some tee times. Yeah, Luxor opened in the 90s. Lots of stuff in Vegas, quite old. I mean, realistically, we did the math on Friday night. Flamingo is 78 years old. 78. This is the cop shop. Hi from Germany. Guten Tag. Sylvia Welb. She's got a special character. The daughter got married in the church over the road in a bit. I got married there too. Cool. A little church of the West, baby. Fun stuff, dude. Now, what we could do... No, I'm not going to do that. See, I don't know what happens when I get to Tropicana today. It's either a disaster and I can't walk on it because they're doing this $100 million street project, or it's totally fine. Luxor, Treasure Island, and MGM opened in '93. True. That guy's shirt said social distancing world champion. That's pretty funny. So we got the helicopters doing the... Matt S., thank you for the super sticker. Can I even see? I can't even see if I'm filming the helicopter. There it is. My phone gets so dim in the sunlight. So that's the morning. That's the morning flights from the Grand Canyon coming back into Vegas. And then they land, Maverick lands at the airport just south of the sign that we were just at. Thank you so much, Matt. Barry from Barry is here. Young Dorito. So I'll get Young LA Raider and Young Dorito in the chat. RDTV is in the house. Cool. Thanks so much, guys. So word up. If you're on Patreon, patreon.com/NotLeavingLasVegas, you're getting an 8-minute preview video of something that'll be probably 20 minutes long when I'm done with it this week. If you're on channel members, you got that too. Mandalay Bay was developed by Circus Enterprises and completed at a cost of $950 million in March 2nd, 1999. Yep. Back then, Circus Enterprises, it was a private company that had to go public because their accountants and their business managers said to the two owners, they said, you guys do realize your company is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and God forbid anything happens to you, your family would inherit a massive death tax. You have to protect yourselves. You're worth too much money. So Circus Enterprises was founded. But when a company goes public, you have to increase the share prices. And the only way to do that is to make new products and innovate. So they started building south on the Strip. They built the Excalibur, the Luxor, I believe it was Mandalay Bay. It wasn't long until Steve Wynn came in, or MGM came in and started changing things and making things corporate and merging stuff. So down that way, that's where Allegiant is. We've gone there before, so we're not going there today. We can go back to the zoom out view now. Good camera today. Wankerville, I mean, like, can we just stop, pause, and give mad love for Wankerville, Iowa? All the people in the UK are really confused because I think that's a big insult. Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. Delano, Four Seasons, and the Convention Center. There's some classic Cadillac action for you. Do you have hydraulics? If you don't have hydraulics, what are you doing with your life in 2024 driving that thing? Rapid dogs in the house. Woof, woof. Dildo, Newfoundland. Right. What are you calling me? Just kidding. So we're just walking north on the Strip right now. If you're just joining us, we're gonna go to the area where the you-know-what workers, the oldest profession in the world, the lot lizards, the ladies of the night, to where they tend to congregate and hang out. We're gonna see some stuff off the Strip that's just teeming with potential. We're also gonna look at the site where the Oakland Athletics ballpark was supposed to be built, but it didn't end up happening. When did the hotel change to Delano? A while back, years and years ago actually, because I did a video back in 2019, 2020, and it was the Delano back then. So probably a good 5, 6, 7, 8 years maybe. They still have a Four Seasons here, but they gave up the naming rights of the hotel. Hi, is this live right now on YouTube? Adam said. Why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell me? As Jesse Ventura might say. Why don't you tell me if it's live? I called your name out, talked to you live. So we got the Mandalay Bay coming up here. There is no Wankerville, Iowa. It's a derogatory. Oh! I thought it was a real place, like Hell, Michigan. Or Dildo, Newfoundland. I think I understand the Newfoundland one because you can't understand what people from Newfoundland say a lot of the time, you know. Not all of them, but they talk like in the movie Snatch. Oh, hi's the boys, you go there. Going down to the store there. Where are you going on vacation, Joe? Oh, I'm going down to Dildo, Newfoundland. Where? Dildo. Beside Dildo. That's how they... Newfie, man. They got that weird accent. It's easier to stay at Mandalay Bay or Luxor than walk to the main Strip or stay at MGM and be on the Strip. Wow. Chicken or feathers, man. It's not really that much of a huge difference. Subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed. We go out on Sundays and show you stuff that you don't usually see in Vegas because whatever, you know, everybody who's doing streams shows you the same stuff. I do that on Fridays, but I show you stuff on Sundays that I think you might find interesting and fascinating. Whoa! $5 from Mr. MD. MD, you must be a repeat viewer. He used our link right here to send us a donation that bypasses YouTube so they don't take almost half of it. Thank you so much. NotLeavingLasVegas.com/donate. NotLeavingLasVegas.com/donate. So thank you, MD. I'll say your initials because some people want to remain anonymous, I've realized. that lady was wearing aviators, like Top Gun. She had a Top Gun shirt. She had a brush cut. Wait a minute. I think that was really Tom Cruise. Just kidding, it wasn't Tom Cruise. I'll always choose Luxor. It's close and less expensive, but not too cheap. And the rooms feel nice. Mandalay Bay. We got our next big implosion coming up. We're gonna have to talk about that on the channel. We got a lot of asbestos and things to do with that one there. But this week we have a video which I just fed out to Patreon. I missed some super chats. We had Adam. Thank you, Adam, for the super chat. Whoa, Tony, you always give us a unique view. Tony, my man, and Matt S from earlier. Thank you guys for the super chats. Man, y'all closing us out. The month ends, YouTube audits us. You guys are doing us a great deal of niceness when the 21st rolls around. YouTube takes 3 weeks to pay people. Is it hot here? No, it's nice, man. It's nice. Today's beautiful. I actually started off wearing a hooded sweatshirt, but I had to take that away and leave that in the car before we started up the stream because it would have been hot. Four Seasons Hotel still here. Asbestos is a wonderful building substance, fireproof and durable. I know. And it's really good at causing cancer. That's also what it's good at. But, you know, what we didn't know, we was watching this Netflix series on Jeffrey Dahmer, and they were showing his life, and then his mom was given all these drugs, you know, when he was in utero. And I said to my wife, I said, what we didn't know back in the 50s, you know, about what we shouldn't do for our health. We'll be there for a week during Memorial Day, Mark says. Four Seasons, top 5 floors near the top of the tower, but not the Terry top because Mandalay Bay has its penthouses. We did a video review of that a long time ago with somebody who said they were a super high roller whale. We were also supposed to review the mansion, but it never came to pass. Yeah, like the guy totally, I love him for letting me see the Delano high roller suite. It's on my channel, you can look it up. But then I brought my wife down and we were in the middle of some moving stuff. Whoa, $5 from Jules by Nana. I think it's okay to say Jules by Nana. Thank you, Jules by Nana, for using our PayPal link. Wow. Thank Jules by Nana. And he just, like, we spent hours down there and he never answered his phone. It was dead and I never heard from him again. Steven, visitor Vegas and Las Vegas increased slightly in March despite a huge decline in convention attendance. But you know what also happened in March was the casino take was down. It was down from the previous month. So February to March, the profits of the casinos were down. But when compared to the previous year, they were up for the year. So February to March of 2024, they were down, but March to 2024 to March 2023, they were up. So the question you have to ask is that a sign of the economy? I don't know for sure. We'll have to wait and see. Look at that. It's a nice view, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, there's a lot of canceled projects, but the two towers here were not for what was called London. So somebody said the two towers in the open across the street for a project called London. That would be similar to New York, New York. No, but Jason's not wrong. There are a lot of canceled projects, and the London themed hotel was one of them. The London themed hotel never broke ground. So what you're looking at across the way, these two towers, are not towers, but it was for something called the Sky View observation wheel. The Sky View observation wheel was to be the first version of the High Roller in Vegas. It has no relation to the High Roller, which was a different project built by different people and ultimately became part of the Link project. So the Skyview Tower was supposed to be, you know, 500,000 square feet of retail development, some restaurants, I don't even know if there was going to be a casino there at the base, and then a giant observation wheel that would sit in between the towers. Their main profit model was that they would have a giant LED screen for displaying advertising, similar to what they did at Resorts World, in the middle of the sky view wheel. And the sky view would be, you know, an observation wheel. You'd go up there and go around in a loop. Maybe they would have had open bar, who knows. But the proximity to the airport made it very lucrative for advertisers. So you can go look that one up. Where is this? We're right in front of the Mandalay Bay, baby, where they have ripped out all of the fountains in front. I'm so disappointed that they did that. So the water features are going away. We're gonna be turning and going up Tropicana, trying to get past all the construction. Thank you for that. I've wondered about that spot for a few years. There you go. Yep. Of course, we have Jay Owen House's Magic Show. I did a review of that on the channel. Yep. Let's keep on rocking and keep on trekking here. It's going to be a nice stream for you guys today. There's so much wasted potential for this part of the strip. The shooting incident happened across the street. MGM owned the land and they sold the land to a giant company. These are autonomous cars you're looking at. When you see cars in Vegas, you'll often see them with weird equipment on them. Those are cars that are mapping out self-driving algorithms and things such as that matter. They kind of post up at the Pinball Hall of Fame, and they have their head office over on Sunset Road. No more water features, maybe because too many bums were showering in them. I keep track, Vidal. I've been trying to, like, I love my Apple products, but there's a bug. Oh, it did install, good. So I have Pedometer Plus. So here it is, if you can see it. That's my steps today. So let's just say 4,090. And let's see where we go from there. Oh, actually, look at that, it bounced up. I just walked 496 steps. Pedometers are not very accurate, but I was trying to install that app on my watch, and it was just sitting there doing nothing. So thankfully it's installed now so I can see it. Wait. I can show you stuff. All right, so Luxor, next up's gonna be Trop. Then at that point, we're gonna be going off the strip, so stay tuned. Steven, legendary Vegas performer Terry Fader is moving from New York to Stratosphere, and his new time slot is 5. What do you think of that? What do you think of the Vegas time? What do you think his Vegas time is also almost up? I think Terry Fader will do fine. I think Terry Fader has a massive budget to spend on advertising. He can't ride the America's Got Talent anymore. If you don't know who Terry Fader is, Terry Fader is a ventriloquist that does, I think he might do impressions, I'm not sure, but he does a ventriloquism show with puppets. He was over at the New York. He was over at the Mirage. He started off, I believe, at the Mirage, I want to say. And then he went to New York. But his shows moved around, but lots of shows move around. It's not necessarily an indicator of a bad show. The Stratosphere 5 p.m. show is going to be catered towards families, so it'll be a clean show. And as long as he markets and advertises, he'll be fine. There's too much follow the crowd in general. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Fatal, but I know your comments are well-intentioned, so thank you. Is it true that Luxor is known for having deaths or accidents? There's a video I have to do soon. I have to come out here and do it in front of the Luxor. And we're going to talk about the rumor on the Luxor. Some people say it's going away. Some people say it's sinking into the ground. This guy has a flux capacitor on his shirt, so I know he's a cool guy. 1.21 gigawatts. He says gigawatts. It's not the right pronunciation. They went with it. Great Scott. So here's the Luxor's front end. Back in the day, the Luxor had a water laser show where the Sphinx opens up, laser beams shoot out of its head. Oh no, it doesn't shoot up. Wait, I'm wrong. It doesn't open up. Campbell, get your facts right. If you look at the eyes of the Sphinx, do you notice how they're hollow and carved out? That's not on an accident. That's not an accident. So those eyes have lasers behind. And then one time what happened was the laser were turned up too much and it blew apart this entire obelisk. Yeah. And it almost shot a plane out of the sky. It's a giant hole blown through the wing. None of that is true. I just lied to you. But it would make for one heck of a video or a theme for a movie. But, you know, they stopped the laser show. Why? Dude, there's no traffic in front of the Luxor. There's no traffic, you know? People take the tram, but they don't come down here. They go in the casino, and then they take the walkway, which is a shopping mall that goes to the Mandalay Bay. So there's no traffic. Really, there's just this. And at night, it's hardly even less. But that's pretty cool. So no, there was... I lied to you. I'm so sorry. I make these stories up in my head. I can't stop it. I'm like John Lovett's, that old character on Saturday Night Live. I think the Luxor being haunted rumors are mostly bogus. Because I'm sure someone has died in every hotel. Well, what you need to know about the Luxor, though, is that with the exception of these towers, the Luxor hotel rooms are on the wall of the pyramid. And inside, it's hollowed out. So yeah, you could potentially jump from, you know, the 40th floor inside to the casino floor and kill yourself because it's angled. So the 40th floor is up here and it's a fall all the way down to the bottom. How did Egyptians come to Nevada? I want you to think of something that Elon Musk once said. Huh? Think about this, okay? If we don't document our history, we lose everything. Proof. He said the proof is in the Egyptians. Right. We don't know how the Egyptians built the pyramids. It's something that people are still trying to sort out to this date. The pyramids in Egypt don't make sense to us, but they made total sense to them. So we didn't keep track of how we accomplished the thing in the past. So if we don't keep track of what we're doing now, we're doomed to forget it and not know it for going forward. So anyway, and fun fact, there are more pyramids in North America than there is in Africa. There are. There's a pyramid in Memphis, there's a pyramid in Vegas, there's more pyramids in North America than there is in the continent of Africa. So that's just a weird factoid for you for Trivial Pursuit, I guess. Or for bar trivia night. Look at all the families out here on Sunday morning. Hopefully they're going to the Pinball Hall of Fame. So Blue Man Group is at the Luxor. Man, they were at the Monte Carlo for a long time, and then they redeveloped that. We got the cops up here. Tropicana has done some more work on their teardown. Giant plywood boards all around the parking garage. And succinctly, Imagine Dragons put up a concert poster. That's marketable space right there. If they're smart, they're going to start selling space there. Yes, we're going to go see the Beatles Love. We're going to go towards the end of May. Caroline got connected with a long lost friend from 30 or 40 years ago or something, and she's going to go up and visit him. And then we're going to go to the Love show. Do you know how do you know that these Tropicana people are going to Pinball Palace? Well, I don't know. Tropicana? I don't know what that is either. I just said I hope they're going to the Pinball Hall of Fame. It'd be a smart move if they were. There's not much else to do with kids down here, is there? I don't think there's any 4D rides. There's not much to see in the Excalibur, even though it looks like Disneyland from the front. Ah, the cops got somebody. They're putting her in the car. Just listen to the officers. You'll be fine. Just don't fight back. So we got a police operation in progress here, folks. Steven needs to go the SpongeBob ride. SpongeBob. Oh, is she not in cuffs? They took the cuffs off of her. Well, that was nice. Oh, she was out here, see? She got all her stuff out here. Maybe the cop's just doing a wellness check to see if she's a known persons. Who knows? I'm glad that there's nothing serious going on here. That's nice to see. Cool. All right, next stop, going east on Tropicana, or west on Tropicana. That's gonna be fun. Should be able to just walk it. We're gonna figure it out. It's not a fun walk to do in the summertime. Go buy us a drink for all of you. I need 713 rounds. One round actually for 713 people. I'm a YouTuber, buddy. I'm not made out of money. By the way, thank you for everybody who sent a super chat so far today, or if you used our special link on the screen, nllvcontact.com/donate. Use a PayPal. That's fun stuff. If you guys are on Cash App, I can do Cash App. I just end up buying crypto with it usually. Got nothing here so far, but you know, if we do, I like to shout you out on channel. I look at my watch during the thing. So let's keep walking. Rest in peace, Wild Wild West. Yeah, we're going to take a look at where the Oakland Athletics were going to build their stadium and where it never worked out for them. That'll also be in this neighborhood. 52 minutes. Where's the closest Walgreens and CVS to the Sphere? Oh, that's easy. You just go up Sands Avenue to the Strip. The Sphere is on Sands Avenue. And there's a Walgreens at the base of the Venetian, right on Las Vegas Boulevard. There's also a CVS right across the street from that Walgreens over at the Treasure Island. I feel like I was at the Treasure Island just yesterday because I'm editing a video, which I gave to Patreon people and also to channel members today. So if you're on channel members, there's an 8-minute long video edit work in progress for you to watch. And if you're on Patreon, it's also there for you. Tropicana. Nothing serious to show so far. Some construction materials. They have to take all the asbestos out before anything major happens, so there won't be an implosion until September at the earliest. October they say, but I think it's November realistically. I was walking, a friend of mine was FaceTiming with his mom, and security on Planet Hollywood thought he was live streaming. He kicked him out. See? Big fan. Big fan, proving it's not a Stephen Campbell not leaving Las Vegas thing. They kicked out somebody who was doing a private FaceTime for family and friends. Well, I don't feel offended. I used to wonder if they're targeting me, but they're not targeting me. Adam says, where is everybody? Well, there's not a lot of people here where I am, especially on a Sunday morning. Like, I could always be like, OMG, COVID shutdown again. Where is everyone? But that's disingenuous because I know what it's like on Sunday mornings. So Tropicana. Tropicana, baby. We're gonna turn left here and we're gonna be walking west on Trop. Got the MGM back here. Excalibur, baby. Disneyland in Vegas. Can security know the difference between live streaming and FaceTiming? Well, not from the surface. You know, They may know, they may not. Some people don't know technology. So you might try to tell the person, this is just my mom, and they won't know the difference, you know. But with a FaceTime, it always shows two views. It shows you and them, regardless. If you're not using Apple products, FaceTime has you. You can be in a big window or a little window, but it's always obvious that there's a second person, because the point of FaceTime is to show the other person to you. Sean! Thank you, Sean. Super sticker Sean today. $5. Juicing up the channel, baby. Thank you, Sean. So this is the orange cone zone, man. This is where you go to the orange groves in California and Nevada. It's gonna be real orange going forward as I walk this way. I don't know if I can walk this way. I just realized, let's go as far as we can. If I can't get over here, then the whole stream I have to retitle it. And it's a complete write-off. Kind of windy, sorry about that. So let's see what Tamara said. That was absurd. You mostly cannot be videoing at all at the casinos. Somebody said that's absurd. Well, that's not absurd. That's the rules. Tamara's 100% right on the rules. I have to drink some water. Yeah. One of the primary rules of any casino in the entire state of Nevada, probably the world actually, is not to video the live gaming tables. Live gaming is where there's a human dealer. So, Tamara's not wrong. Nearly every casino has a policy against filming for commercial purposes. Now, technically, drinking water. If I get even $1 off this, I'm streaming for commercial purposes, right? Steven, my friend told me once you got kicked out, that security guard was kicked him out, was FaceTiming on his way back in. Yeah, but rules for me and not for thee. No, rules for thee and not for me, if you've ever heard that saying. That's where, you know, the people that make the rules make them for you and me. But they'll do the exact same thing that they tell you not to do. So I'm not surprised if that was the case, but hey, maybe he was FaceTiming with his security detail. We don't know. So this is the big construction interchange here on Tropicana. It makes it hard to cross. You said you used to be able to walk that way anyway. And let's see here. We always did go to that In-N-Out on West Trop. Yeah, well, we're gonna see. I think you still can walk this way. It looks like they actually still have a walking path. So what you're looking at here is government money in action. It's called Tropicana. They tore down the Tropicana on-ramp entirely just to rebuild it and reconstruct it. And they had to. It's one of the oldest interstate on-ramps in the western United States of America. And it's also one of the busiest. This is where people come in from California on the 15. This is the first entry point to the historic Las Vegas Strip. So of course, right? Of course you're gonna have a lot of cars here. So they've kind of made a big mess out of it. Yeah, every casino has a slightly different set of rules, and this says that the sidewalk is closed. But it looks like there's a sidewalk. I don't imagine they completely destroyed the right-of-way for pedestrians, but it may be on the other side of the street, which means that I'm completely screwed now. Huh. And they haven't outlined where the pedestrian access is over here. There has to be a pedestrian access point. For some reason, it looks like it may be here, but it most definitely is over there. So friends, we're going to go against our better judgment here and do the thing that I told you not to do, which is we're going to time this out the best we possibly can to avoid death and tickets from police officers, because there is no access. There has to be an access way up here. Like, they've intentionally built sidewalks, but then they say it's all bets are off. On a normal day, the walkway is over here. Just trying my best to sort this out, feel this out. Let's go this way, because I don't want to cross the street. I don't want to do that. Could be a really bad idea. So I think, yeah, this is going to be okay. As long as I can get to where the road gets way skinnier up here, I can cross over a little bit safer. So this is the construction zone. We'll get over the other side to where the so-called ladies of the night, working girls and all that are. There's In and Out. There's a whole commercial area over here, actually. This feeds into the stadium district over by Allegiant, which is a few blocks away. Everything out here is a lot further away than you think it is. So not a good idea to do this in the summertime because it gets hot. I have done it in the summertime. It's not very enjoyable at all. Las Vegas is the palette for humongous imaginations. I'd say so. See, it looks like this is a sidewalk right here. I don't think it is. I think it just kind of looks that way. Oh man, what did I get myself into today? Never a dull moment on Sundays, guys. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Example for 779 viewers. Share this somewhere right now for me. Click the share button. Even if you don't use the social media, you have a login and you're logged into it. YouTube will then share it out to us. That's T-Mobile Arena right over here. Home of the Golden Knights, where they only showed up to play half the game yesterday and lost in overtime. Because that's what happens. Come on, Knights, you're breaking my heart. I think I'm stuck and screwed. I might be. I might be. We'll see, huh? We'll see. But there's a little protective channel here. So you can see how this used to go. That's the old on-ramp. Or is this the new one? It looks old because there's scuffs where people have hit it over time. And they're redoing this, hundreds of millions of dollars. Yep. This is nasty. I went on the wrong side. It's okay. Huh. It's real skinny up here, ladies and gentlemen, ladies. Yep, my feet can almost not even sit for this. Whew. Just wide enough to walk. Gotta watch myself here. So there's a pedestrian access across the way, so we're gonna cross here in a minute. I can't read your comments right now. If you guys want to throw some support, like, share, subscribe. We're doing the most dangerous, stupidest thing we've done here for a while. This is our donation link. If you guys want to find ways to contribute financially, you don't have to, but you can if you want to. There it is. Okay, so now we have, hot dang, no cars, good. So we gotta do this here. Whew. Feeling better. Feeling better about my chances of avoiding death today. Good. All right. Wow, that was fun. Whew. Okay, good. We got a controlled situation now. Noise. So this is the proper sidewalk side. So if you're doing this walk, don't do what I did. You gotta stay on the north side of this road, which is where we are right now. That's what we do for y'all, guys. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is the 15 going down this way, Dean Martin Road. Crazy, man. Crazy. Look at all the construction material. This is not fun to drive as a driver. This is not lit up for walk yet. So I don't know that I want to cross yet. I mean, all these cars, but it just takes one guy that doesn't put on his turn signal and decides he's going to turn while I'm going across here. You know? So now there's no cars. All right, we're completely in the free and clear now. Let's get going. So you can see how big this crevasse is. Look what they're building here. It's going to be a big one. This is finished up here. 2 years. What's the temperature right now? It's 70 degrees. It doesn't get much nicer than this, man, I'll tell you. I mean, it's just gorgeous. All this construction behind the strip. My goodness. So where does the pedestrian access go? It's like, it just stops. There's got to be a way to get across. Why they don't build pedestrian access unless it continues on? Jeez, there's 15 northbound or southbound going to California. Okay. All right, I can see where it goes. We got to go around the corner here. So we can see the budget suites. I know that's part of the whole working girls deal. Kind of wild day. Look at all those cars coming in now. So welcome to Sundays with Steven, where we take you weird places in Vegas. We're just off the strip right now. Going to where I know the you'll see girls doing the hooker thing. Going to an area that has a big truck stop. There's an In-N-Out burger down here, of course. This place used to be more pedestrian friendly. It's still not terrible. You can still walk this, just don't do what I did, which is go down the wrong side of the street. Is there a Tesla tunnel you can walk through? No Tesla tunnels on this part of the strip quite yet. But maybe in time, huh? They say eventually there'll be hundreds of miles of them here in town. Still have our wind kicking up. Sorry about the windiness. Watching from Coachella Valley. Didn't they have the festival there a few weeks ago, right? All these guys are thinking the same thing as me, which is that how come these lights are not changing? They are changing though. Wow, there's the strip behind us. Very cool. So now we're on the other side. You can see all the construction going on down here. Huge. This is going to be another road that goes underneath here. It takes people around. Wow, it's just crazy. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Some of the biggest construction in town ain't even the casinos, man. Adrian got conned at the budget suites. Budget suites are weekly hotel rooms. So yeah, you may get conned, man. And we can see in time, this is going to be a walk down, a step down to get to this side right over here. What'd you get conned with at the budget suites, Adrian? I can make some guesses, but none of them would be nice. I don't want to assume it's a drug deal that went bad. Maybe you were picking up a Facebook Marketplace item. That's the nicest thing I could think of right now. Polly C got kicked out of Resorts World. So I didn't know anything about this Polly C guy. Polly C in Vegas. I guess he's like some millionaire guy, and he speaks real about the casinos. And so the casinos don't really like him. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. So this is a weird one. So to give you an idea of where the Oakland Athletics were supposed to be building a stadium, it was right here, right on this corner across from In-N-Out Burger, which I think would have been a good place for it instead of the Tropicana, which is behind us. But they didn't take that deal. They decided that it wasn't good enough location and they couldn't get the tax money for it. So they just got rid of it. So nope, if you can't give us free money, we're not doing anything. There's the world famous In-N-Out Burger. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you go past In-N-Out Burger, you gotta look at the sign for In-N-Out Burger. And on the cups, they have these trees. Do you see these trees, how they cross? This is quite intentional. Most of the In-N-Out Burgers you see have these two trees that are crossing each other like this. It smells really good. Actually, I don't think they're open yet, but it's 10 a.m. Wonder when they open. Because they're open till like 1 in the morning. 10:30, so shoot. So In-N-Out's not open quite yet. I was gonna show you the inside of an In-N-Out Burger. But you can see they're open till 1 in the morning, 1:30 on the weekends. But nothing open. Oh. Huh. I'm gonna ask this guy. You guys aren't open, right?
They're open.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said 10:30. Okay.
They opened early.
They opened early today. Look at this. So they are open. You just gotta try the doors. They open at 10 a.m. today. And nobody knows that they open at 10 a.m. today. They're still open. So In-N-Out has one of the shortest menus of fast food you can go to. It's been around. Hi, good. How are you? It's been around forever. And you can see how little their menu is. They don't have a big menu. It's a double, a cheeseburger, hamburger, fries. That's it. That's all they got. And they have this stuff out here. Hey, can I get a number 1?
Would you want the new flavors?
No. And a large Coke?
Instead of a medium drink?
Sure, yeah. Well, you're gonna let me do my own. I got you.
Have a double, no onions, 1 fry and a large sauce.
Sure, that works, yeah.
For here?
For here.
So it's gonna be $10.95, please.
$10.95. $10.95. Thank you. So you guys open early occasionally or what?
Around 10, yeah.
Around 10. That's awesome. Nobody knows you're open. There's nobody here. If I come here an hour from now, there's 50 people in here. I love it. It's the best. Okay. Price is not bad. So yeah, self-serve sodas. We got this here. So we got, what do we order? We ordered a double, 1 fry, large, soft drink. The double by itself, $5.40, $2.30. Customer number 1. I think I am now. Actually, you know what? They number these. Look at that. You're right. I am guest number 1 for the day because nobody else knew that this was open. Yeah, the In-N-Out Museum. It's actually over here. It's actually over here. So you can see it right there. So I don't know if it's a museum, but they have merchandise and stuff like that over here. And usually I would get the fries lightly well done. There's customer number 2. They blew through. So that's fun stuff. Gotta have a montage. This is the soda montage. I don't drink regular Coke. In-N-Out is good. It's better than Burger Fatty and McDiddles. What's Burger Fatty? The only problem with the first few customers is the cleaning solution they used on last night is still on the grill. I would assume that they heat up the grills and it burns off. I don't know. That could be true. I could be doing poison right now. It's poison. It's poison. Usually, Not at this location, but the drive-thrus, they have light lemonade. You gotta ask for it. It's sugar-free Minute Maid lemonade. This is an In-N-Out burger, man. This is like prolific stuff. You know, this is like the place where you go. I got a craving for this. They have a secret menu. They do. Is this the oldest one open? Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Unless that was a woman that said that. No, it's a guy. No, these originate from California. Here's some fun trivia with In-N-Out Burger. So In-N-Out Burger, they put religious stuff on their cups. John 3:16. So it's a family-run company. And so they have religious tracts on the bottom of their fries too. So they're a Christian-based company, but they are open on Sundays. But yeah, you look on the bottom of stuff and you can see they have the prints, John 3:16. So famous line in the Bible. Don't eat junk food. Your friends at Resorts World have you covered. All right, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go into Resorts World and be like, hey, can I get I'm gonna go to Genting Palace and order $200 of food and see what happens. Haven't had In-N-Out since November. Might need to break that streak today. We stopped eating at In-N-Out because the food is a lot smaller than it ever was. Typically, we'd order a milkshake and fries well done, but they made the buns smaller, they made the burgers smaller, and then the prices are creeping up a little bit. It's just, that's what it is, man. That's the economy that we live in. Places have to make their food smaller and keep their prices higher to break even. It's opening out on the East Coast, yeah. All these places, man, they started off and then they move to Vegas or they move outside of their main home zone. Everybody gets real excited, and before you know it, they're nationwide. So it's not as much as a special thing, you know? But it is what it is. Drive-thru used to have long lines of cars with people wanting out. They still do. They'll have somebody come out with a tablet computer and take your order, so you don't order from the box pretty much ever. The one thing about, hello, this is great. We are going to be there in June, so this is a good preview of where we're going to go. Fun stuff. The thing about this place is that they never get the order wrong, like ever. And there's their, I mean, that's their menu. They have 3 things on their menu. A double-double, a cheeseburger, french fries, and a medium drink, or a hamburger, french fries, and a medium. And that's what they got. Get it to go and eat it at a casino. There you go. Flip them the bird on their high-priced foods. Yeah. Southwest is so In-N-Out is a Southwest icon. I'd say that's true. And they have these too. So the ketchup is self-service, and then they have pepperoncinis. Self-service, as many as you want, which says a lot because we used to go over to Papa John's, and Papa John's, they give you 1 pepperoni and it's crushed to death. These guys will let you take as many as you want, and you put them in these little bags here, which is kind of rad if you ask me. It's taken them a while. They have to butcher the cows for my food today. In-N-Out Burger. Let's see here. West Covina was the first In-N-Out. Cool. Let's see here. What do we got? How much is a shake, please? Let's go find out. In-N-Out Burger, good for the money. I'm not a fan of the fries. The fries well done are good. I didn't get them well done today. How much is a shake? Shake it like a polo. Shakes are $2.90. You know? The light lemonade is my favorite thing on the menu. The shakes are real shakes, not fake shakes. And actually, if you come here, you can see them. They're going to be like cutting the fries. They cut the fries fresh here. So on the other side of this, they have it right there. You can actually see the fry cutting machine. So right there, they put the potato at the top, and then he pushes that handle down, and then it shoots the fries into that sink. So all the potatoes are brand new fresh. That's how they make the fries here. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, they got the open kitchen concept down to a science over here. In-N-Out Burger, baby. Gotta love it, right?
That's number 1, please.
Number one. I've never been number 1 in my whole life.
Oh, there you go now.
So thank you guys. There is what In-N-Out looks like, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. That is the In-N-Out double-double. Oh, gosh, I don't know when you've ever seen food this fresh before. How do you like that? Is that not pretty badass and bomb? I think that's really cool. Let's go outside right now. I got my drink in my hands so I don't drop it all over myself and spill sticky, gross Coca-Cola Classic all over me. And I'm gonna get some ketchup, or would that be catsup? Hold on here. Wow. Everybody's looking forward to the In-N-Out. The scrumptious In-N-Out. I gotta like, how do I do this? My freaking camera is driving me nuts. I got no hands-free, right? So we're gonna go here. Get some ketchup going on. Oh man, Heinz ketchup. Or is it Hunt's catsup? Okay, let's go outside. Let's go outside here. I should have done zoom view, and then you guys can get a 5,000 feet overview of this place. You're killing me, Salty Boomer says. I'm missing it out so bad. Oh, it's all good, guys. The French fry cutting tool. You know McCain up in Canada, not John McCain, the politician. McCain's up in Canada. Let's see. Hey, bro. Hey, I got this for you. Have a good day, man. All right, let's get going. Y'all thought I'm gonna eat In-N-Out burger for breakfast? A bunch of weirdos. I saw that guy sitting out there looking like he could use it. Let's get going. You know what I should have done? I should have filled up my water. Should have filled up my water in there, but I was a darn fool. I can do it on the way back. Anyways, so this is where they were gonna build the baseball stadium, but again, they couldn't get the fundage for it, you know? Couldn't get the funding for it. They wanted tax breaks from our government, and they couldn't get a special session in long enough. And so it just didn't work out for them. Steven eats sushi from Philippines. I don't like sushi, but the wife made P.F. Chang's Mongolian beef last night for me. It's one of my favorite dishes. Yes, right, Kevin. I screwed up. I didn't ask if he was a vegan. No good deed goes unpunished, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Let's continue walking up this area here. Jack in the Box, Terribles. If you walk that way, you'll get straight down to Allegiant Stadium, actually. Good morning. McCain's is up in Canada. So yeah, the McCain people, they actually came up with a patented way to cut French fries en masse. And what they do is they take potatoes and they shove them through an industrial-sized fire hose, basically, a tube with water pressure. And the water pressure of the potatoes, they kind of like get all the impurities off of them, and then they hit this giant, super sharp blade at the front and just come blasting out of the front after they hit the blade, and they're all perfectly sized potatoes. And the smaller ones that are too small to go into the bags after they're flash frozen, they end up being rejected and used in other products. So they're basically using, whoa, hey Joel. I was at that location on April 18th. The food was just okay. I was also in Norma Jelly's live stream later that evening. Have a great day, Steven. Thank you so much, Joel, for donating back to the channel. I did want to have that burger. I love In-N-Out burger, but that guy needed it more than me, so I thought I would just buy somebody something on the stream randomly today. Hopefully you guys do a random thing for somebody today. Today's the day. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So Wild Wild West used to be right here on this plot of land. Now that's gone. You can see the gas station and stuff. The sign is still up there. And this is still where the trucks park and sleep. Industrial extruder. Jason says Canadian dollars are worthless. I don't know. I mean, it's about $7 US that I didn't have before I went into In-N-Out Burger, so I'm grateful. I don't look at anybody's money as worthless. I had somebody once donate 50 Philippine pesos to me. That's $1. I don't look at anything as worthless, you know? Somebody donated me a pair of Skechers shoes on a gift card. I didn't look at that as useless. I look at everything as a blessing. Wendy's to the left is the good burger. Really? I like Wendy's. They don't freeze their beef either. That's the big thing, In-N-Out. Yeah, they don't freeze their beef. But I don't know if any fast food freezes their beef now. So we're walking down here by the budget suites. And all this trucker area. See what we can see. Interesting stuff. Somebody says that In-N-Out's not expanding further east. Or maybe it was a rumor. Lindsay Snyder, the CEO, said on 4/17/24 they're not expanding east. Well, I don't know. Now I'm so confused.
Wait.
So, we're going to wait. Raising Cane's, this is where you can get your fast food on. Starbucks, Raising Cane's, Wendy's, In-N-Out Burger, Jack in the Box, Yak in the Box, American News. I'm skipping the middle because I'll say something and then people will get mad at me for saying it. So we get the Palms Towers over here too. Are there still mafia in Vegas? You know, it really depends on who you're asking. I've had a friend of mine that worked in the union. Well, a guy that I knew. I would say he's like a dear friend. But he told me that he was at the union hall once and a bunch of government G-men carried somebody out. I mean, you can take that story as you may. I don't know if that means that it was the mafia. I have no idea. But I'm not sure. Franklin, Tennessee is where they are having a corporate office. Franklin, Tennessee, I've been there. It's okay to like In-N-Out, but to call it garbage is evidently false. All fresh ingredients. Guys, In-N-Out's not garbage, okay? In-N-Out is not garbage. In-N-Out's good stuff. I mean, they don't put any additives in their beef, and their buns are generally okay. Good stuff. They just got a little bit smaller, so we're just avoiding In-N-Out Burger. We'll be back eventually. In-N-Out teased an opening in Baltimore. Why did the live streamer always have a map by their side to make sure they never got lost in the stream? Tim the Canadian's here. So we're gonna go across the way, loop around a little bit. Question your life choices when you're on here an hour and a half and you realize how much further back you have to go to your vehicle, or else you have to take an Uber or a Lyft, and getting one of those in Vegas is not easy nowadays. At least right now there wouldn't be surge pricing. Is this considered Spring Valley? I think so. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what part of town this is in. I'd have to look at a map, to be honest with you. So Vegas is kind of split up into different little jurisdictions. So this could be Spring Valley. In-N-Out did a pop-up in Dublin, Ireland years ago. We queued for almost 3 hours to get a burger. My goodness. In-N-Out went international. Testing the market. That's what they're doing. In-N-Out testing the market so they can sell out to the Chinese. Because the Chinese own so many fast food places. Chinese, man, because the fast food is so big in China, the economy is like up and coming. So everybody kind of seeing growth out of it. Let's go down this way. I'm doing this so you can see the lots across the street. It's there's some pornography stores over here, adult superstore. It's like a chain out here, you know. Raising Cane's, McDonald's, Sweet James. They won't even take your case out here as far as I know. At least last time I called them to try to sell them advertising. They're like, oh, we can't take cases right now. Our principal attorney in Vegas retired or left. Sweet James is big in California. It's a personal injury attorney firm. Y'all are like, hey, are you walking to the Orleans? Oh, heaven help me. Maybe. The Orleans is further up than it looks. Good little locals hotel. So, Raising Cane's here. It's a lot more affordable to come to this Raising Cane's, but you're not on the strip anymore. Can I just not have copyrighted music on my stream one time, please? Trying to avoid it. Although I think I had copyrighted music when I was at the In-N-Out. What is this? In the building? Oh. Go to the Burger King parking lot. That's where the lobsters hang out. I'm telling you. So some people already know this area. They know I'm telling you the truth. I kind of want a Starbucks coffee, if I'm being frank with you, but how long would it take to get a coffee? Let's get caffeinated. It's been a while. I mean, I drink coffee, I just don't do it like I used to. I quit caffeine for 30 days straight. And I'm trying to quit it again, but every time I try to do that, life throws me a curveball of no sleep nights, and I have to get through my day. It's hard to quit. So this is the hours here. This is a weird one. Wow, look at how socially distanced this place is. Oh, it smells really good. Oh, yeah. Hi. How are you? Just a nitro brew.
Do you want a tall or a grande?
Whatever is bigger, I don't know your terms. Sure.
Any cream or sugar in there?
Nope.
That's
That's
it?
it.
It'll be $5.69.
$5.69 plus tip. There you go.
Thank you. I'll have that right up for you.
Thanks. Didn't ask my name. Don't they usually ask your name? I don't know. So this one here, there's nobody here. Ooh, you can use your personal cup now. And you get extra points and stuff if you use your own cup because they're trying to cut down on waste. That's cool. I'm not sure if we're in paper straw territory. What prevents you from just picking up a mobile order and leaving? Honesty. Love your channel, man. You feel like a friend even though I know that's false. No, I don't know why that might be false. I can be your friend. Where are you going to eat on Cinco de Mayo? Probably nowhere. Spring Valley is the Spring Mountain Road area. Well, Spring Valley encompasses a lot of different places. We're over on West Tropicana right now at a Starbucks because, you know, none of you have ever seen a Starbucks before. Thought I'd show you a world famous Las Vegas Starbucks. First customer at Starbucks. I don't know about that. They've been open since 7 a.m. over here. Probably not the first one. I'm gonna sit down for a few minutes out here too and we can talk person to person, mano a mano. Nothing, I work fast food, happens often. What is nothing? Almost costs the same as an In-N-Out burger. Yeah, right? Well, I paid a tip. Coffee should be hot. Nitro, if you've never had nitro coffee, it's very good. When you're the only one in there, they don't ask your name. That's a grande. Look at that, I paid $6.69. Wow, I got $5.69 from Mr. ML. Awesome, you're paying for my coffee, thank you. These are paper straws. He used their super secret link, and I got a super chat from somebody. Joel says, I felt bad you got kicked out of Fountainblue. I had the Smoke Show burger. It was the best burger on the whole trip. It was there April 14th to the 19th. It only cost me $3.86 with taxes and flights. Thank you, Joel, for the $20 Canadian and $5.69 from Mike L, who used our link right here, notleavinglasvegas.com/donate. They're asking everybody else's name, just not mine. I feel so incredibly discriminated against. This is a very woke company, so I should complain about that. Let's get. Thank you, Mike, for using our donate link, and thank you so much, Joel, for the $20 Canadian money. Appreciate you. Canadian money is money. Well, I've never seen a Starbucks quite like this, empty and very little seating. The seating is weird, right? I'm gonna go over here so I get the light from the window shining on my face, and I'm gonna flip the camera around, and you'll see the whole location, the whole restaurant around me. But let's just take a look. Do we have a paper straw? That's the question I have. And I think the answer is yes. I think this is a paper straw. Yep, it's compostable, not in use for hot beverages because it's gonna, yeah. Paper straws suck, by the way. What happened? Is the live stream over? I don't know. It doesn't look like a paper straw, does it? Looks like a real straw. But I'm gonna flip my camera around a little bit. So if you guys don't know nitro coffee, take a look. It's like they put nitric oxide into it, and it's got this really good taste to it. Is this a unionized store? I have no idea. But no, why would the stream be over? Why can't I move my oh my gosh. Drunk? What are you doing to me? I killed my gimbal. Sorry guys. We got a drunk gimbal for a minute there. I think this gimbal is not working right. Let's flip my camera around so you guys can see my smiling face. There's nobody in this location. It's so weird. A person sitting outside that needs that coffee. There's nobody sitting outside. I'm gonna drink this. This is my treat for the week. It is so expensive. Anyways, how you guys doing? Ooh, I forgot how that tastes. It is very, very rich. Very rich stuff. So here's a part of the video where 100 plus people will leave, and that's okay. If you guys want to ask me a question, you can ask me a question about YouTube stuff and everything like that. We can chat with you. There is somebody actually outside, but they're not unemployed. They have like a FedEx parcel and stuff like that. Cinco de Mayo parties, I would hope, would be better the closer you get to Mexico. Mexico doesn't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day. Most of you guys probably know that by now. Mexican Independence Day, I believe, is on September 19th, I want to say. What day is Mexican Independence Day? Oh, I'm sorry. September 16th, 1810. It's called Grito de Dolores. The Cry of Dolores occurred in Dolores, Mexico on September 16th, 1810, when Roman Catholic priest Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla rang his church bell and gave the call to arms that triggered the Mexican War of Independence. The Cry of Dolores is most commonly known by the locals as El Grito de Independencia. Every year on the eve of Independence Day, the President of Mexico reenacts the cry from the balcony of the National Palace in Mexico City while ringing the same bell Hidalgo used in 1810. So yeah, that's September 16th. May 5th is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, as far as I understand it, was originally signifying a battle that the Spaniards had with the French. The French were trying to colonize, New Spain and make it a French colony. Joel, again? Wow. Where are you originally from, and how long have you lived in Vegas for doing the channel? I am from a small town in Canada called Calgary. It's not a small town. There's 1 million people plus in Calgary. But I've been in Vegas since 2004, and I've been doing the channel since 2019, January 1st, 2019. Before it was cool to have a Vegas channel. This straw tastes so gross in my mouth. Did I stream when I lived in Calgary? There was no YouTube in 2004, and maybe there was YouTube? There were no streams in 2004. There were no smartphones to stream from in 2004. The first smartphone was that we know it like today because there were Palm Pilots and Blackberries, but the first ever smartphone, was the iPhone in 2007. So I'm not a Flames fan. I hate the Flames with a passion. They let me down so many years. What I do occasionally is I go back to the 1988-1989 Stanley Cup Final Game 6 against the Canadiens and live vicariously through a good hockey team version of the Flames. Yeah, so there was no live streaming back then, but anyway, let's see what we got. Victory over the French and Napoleon. There you go. What kind of shoes do I recommend? Well, I like Skechers. Skechers are very comfortable, and they make Skechers that look like dress shoes that you can wear with good clothes, and they make Skechers that look like sports shoes, and I just think they're good for me. Sarah H, happy Sunday, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like and sub. Thank you, Sarah H, for that. That is so nice of you. Wow, you guys are raining super chats when I slow down. Maybe I just need to sit here for the whole stream and make hundreds of dollars. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. Hearing any more chatter about Hard Rock Mirage buying Treasure Island, they would give the tram between the two properties a ton of land. I don't know, I never heard any chatter of that, but Joel said I knew it. Yes, I lived in Calgary for 1.5 years when 91Q, I don't know what that is. 91Q. What is 91Q Calgary? Siri is the most useless of all of the AIs. What is 91Q? I'm a virtual assistant, not an actual person. Siri is giving me back talk. Shut up, Siri. What is 91Q Calgary? Somebody, and then it brings up a Reddit post about 911 and busted for allegedly supplying information to organized crime groups. Jeez, 911 happened. Oh, okay. Joel, you don't have to super chat everything, but if you do, that's cool. Thank you, Joel, for another super chat. He means 9/11. Gotcha. Let's see here, 911. Stephen, lots of orders keep pouring in for you to represent their casinos. I have not gotten one. My email address is here. If any casino wants to reach out or you want to reach out, you can send me an email, nllvcontact@gmail.com. You can totally do that. Yeah, that'll be good. Hello, sir. Will my entire live stream been in the coffee shop? No, sir. We actually started way at the Pinball Hall of Fame before they opened. We walked several miles so far. We walked over Tropicana, almost got hit by cars because we were on the wrong side of the construction on the road. And then I went to In-N-Out Burger and I bought a homeless person In-N-Out Burger. And then I stopped into the Starbucks so I could rest my back because I have lower back pain most of my life. And there's no guy in the background. Oh, you're talking about that guy? We can't presuppose anything about that guy. He's just working on his MacBook. Don't forget your commission. Hey, again, no casinos ever approached me for anything. I'd be willing to work with them, but they don't really want to work with me, and that's okay too. You know? Right. My friend was like, how come Norma Jelly got 80,000 views on a video where she goes to a one-star restaurant and my video got 6,000 views on budget hacks for Vegas? And I said, that's because Norma's great and people really love her. And so the casinos will work with Norma and Jacob and Popsy, and they just don't like me as much. Do I take something for lower back? I don't like painkillers, man. You know, when I had my arm surgery, I didn't get any opioids. I signed the form that said no opioid prescriptions were allowed for me. The only opioids that I had during the operation, or whatever they gave me during the operation. Now we got our, now I got copyright on this video. It happens. What do you do for work when not streaming? I sell marketing and advertising. I'm a marketing and advertising consultant / salesperson. And I'm learning another skill right now, which I'm remiss to tell you about. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I have to ask the person who's helping me with it. But Rev Steven, my Armenian brethren, System of a Down, Rock Sick New World. I knew there was something going on this weekend because I saw a lot of shirts like, you know, System of a Down, Puddle of Mud, POD. I saw a lot of that on Friday. McMullen's Irish Pub is awesome. There you go. Yeah, I don't want to take any opioids because, you know, it's a slow ride to tolerance and addiction and then losing your entire life, and I would just prefer not to do that kind of stuff, you know? So you guys can ask me questions if you guys want while I sit here for a few minutes. How does YouTube catch the copyrighted music? I'll tell you how that works. Let's say you own a music catalog. What you'll do is you'll upload that music catalog to YouTube's backend, and then YouTube uses an algorithm with artificial intelligence to go and scan the music for patterns and use AI, and then they run that algorithm over this video once it's finished. So while it's live, it doesn't pick up anything, but I don't put ads on my videos that go live, because what YouTube will do is ruin your experience during the live stream. It'll literally show an ad every 10 minutes or so, but afterwards I could monetize the video, but by the time 10 minutes or 15 minutes has passed, I'll get an email after it's uploaded and processed that'll say that your video can't be monetized. Did it annoy you when the homeless dude didn't even thank you? I'm not here for thanks. I don't care if he thanks me. He might not even eat it, but he needed it, so hopefully he does eat it, or at least eat the fries or drink the Coke. I don't do things for thank yous anymore. I stopped doing things for thank you. I don't do that. Jesus didn't walk around doing things for thank yous. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I don't do things for pats on the back. I used to, when I first started this channel, be incredibly ego driven, and it was a downfall, and I had people that were incredibly generous to me, and I didn't appreciate them enough. Emma Johnson, I went to Sir Wilfrid Laurier Junior High, and I went to Forest Lawn High School. Yep. Sir Wilfrid Laurier Junior High and Forest Lawn High School. I can't tell you my elementary school because I'm sure I used that for passwords at one point. You know, like the password security for your account, but I can tell you those two. So that's my experience in school. I was always a terrible student, but I'm not a terrible student anymore. Thank you for your lives. I don't get how much you showing all the changes in Las Vegas. Thank you. Crazy Canadian, thank you so much for the $3 super sticker. Have I seen Asuka? I don't even know who that is. I gotta be honest, man. I have a friend who's a music producer, high end. Like, I mean, works with platinum selling artists. And he doesn't listen to music, and I don't really watch YouTube streams. I don't know. Emma went to Western. That's where my brother went. He went to Western. My brother has an actual career, better job than me. He's like an architect or something. He's a super smart guy. Somebody asked me, Asuka. Yeah, I don't watch YouTube streams. Like, I'm doing a thing where I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. And it's because there's an East Coast timing. Somebody on my channel is watching me, gave me this amazing opportunity to possibly change my life and become financially stable and stuff. He's not charging me a penny. It's not a scam because there's no money involved, that I have to just learn this stuff. And so I'll get up at 5, 10 in the morning, and I'll do that in the morning. Then I'll go to my day job, and my day job is like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, all the way to 4:30, 5. And then I come home and I try to do YouTube work, or I help my wife out with the house, and then at 9:30 I have an hour, and that's it. So I don't have a lot of time for a lot of stuff, you know, but it is what it is. It's okay. But I know a lot of you guys are more accomplished, and you've created more time for yourselves, and that's very good, and I'm very proud of you. So you might have more time for YouTube content, live streams. If I watch stuff on YouTube, it's typically going to be maybe a little political. I watch some documentary type stuff so I can get ideas. The caffeine is making me really sweaty, even though the AC is on in here. There's a lot of caffeine. Caffeine changes body temperature. Does my wife spend much time? My wife actually has a Facebook group. It's called Money Tree Care and Advisor. So if you are into money trees, and she cultivates plants and she's amazing, she has a Facebook group she started called Money Tree Care and Advisor. Money Tree Care and Advisor. And if you go join the group, that's great if you're into money trees. And the icon is like a tree that has dollar bills on it for her group on Facebook. And she started a YouTube channel as well, so I'm going to be helping her with that. How's William doing? He's fine. I text him every so often. Where's my artwork posted? I don't put my artwork online because I stopped doing most of my artwork because I have had just issues with being busy and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know that I can even find anything in my photo gallery. I might be able to. Let me see if I have anything in my photo gallery here. I know I sent a couple of pictures off to some people, but I don't think I even have anything in here, honestly. Yeah, the last one I was doing was this one of, it was this one here, and this one here. So, I don't know if this will kind of show you. I was doing a sketch of Wolverine and Beast. So, but I haven't been able to do a lot of artwork. I've just been working non-stop. And I started this drawing last year, and then my iPad got stolen, and then I got another iPad for work. So I'll show you how this looks. It doesn't look like much till the end. Can people order custom artwork? They could always email me. I can do that. What is a money tree? It's a type of little succulent plant. Grows beautiful leaves. They're usually braided. So this is just a time lapse of this to show you what it looks like. It'll look a lot better towards the end. So yeah, if people wanted to do a commission of artwork, I'd sit down and I'd do the entire thing for them. Man, this is a long time lapse, I realized. Wow. And I haven't even started Beast yet in this one. I do have Beast done for the most part. I've actually finished the piece. I was copying from somebody else in this one. This is in the style of Jim Lee, who did Marvel Comics way back in the day. I don't know how to speed this up, or else I would. You can see I'm using an iPad because I can move certain elements around. Well, I feel committed to it. I might as well do it now all the way through and show you how it looks. I asked earlier if you had a big collection of ball caps. I have to clear some out every now. Wow, your drawing is nice. Love superheroes. It'll get better. I do the inking on top of this. You can see me starting the inking right now. So it'll get better as we go towards the end. Huh. I never realized how long this one. Usually I make them 30 seconds. But Beast comes in a minute after I finish up Logan here. But there you go. Here's Beast. Catman. Well, he's a Wolverine, right? With the claws and everything like that. Well, I might as well play this all the way through. I lost 100 people showing you this drawing. It's all right. Yeah, like I say, I wanted to do these for commissions, but people don't buy comic book art. If they do, they want the original artist, which I understand. Wow. Long time going on this one. I think I have one multi-billionaire. Wall Street, that would be you, right? That's the only one. Yep. Will you be going to a Knights game this playoffs? I would love to. I just, the prices are out of control. And, you know, here, we can actually skim ahead. So here's where we start actually doing the inking. And when we do the inking, you can see it starts to come together. That's when it actually starts to look halfway good. Yeah, I mean, you know, Caroline has a little vertigo from a diving accident from years ago, so we can't sit high up. So, you know, during the regular season, you can get those tickets for way less, but not now. Now those tickets are very expensive. Let's get rid of Wolverine. All right, so we got about 2 hours on this stream. Whew, that coffee just kicked me in the ass. I don't like that very much. I feel dizzy as heck right now. I should have had the caffeine. That was my fault, my problem. I wouldn't be able to boo them. Sorry guys, I can't boo them at all. I love y'all. So here's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna close down the stream and I gotta catch an Uber or Lyft back because I feel physically ill from that coffee. Not great, not great. So I wanna thank you guys. We didn't see any lot lizards. I thought we would, but we got all the way out here and it's just easy on a Sunday morning, I guess. You guys are fantastic. I'm gonna take an Uber Lyft back to Pinball Hall of Fame. I love you guys for being with me. Stay tuned to the channel. I got a really cool video edit coming up this week. You guys are fantastic people. If you guys want to reach out, you can always do so here on the email. Let's see here. Where is it? And if you guys want to text me, you guys... Oh, that's not the right one. Almost put the wrong one here. This is the email you can get me at. If you guys want to donate after the stream, you can do so here at notleavinglasvegas.com/donate. And I'll send you an email back. You guys are great. I love y'all. Thanks for being with me today. And we're going to click out. We're going to say 3, 2, 1, click. You guys are great. 3, 2, 1, and click.